Welcome to our series, Moving America Forward. Each week we'll be focusing on America's entrepreneurs as they take us to new roads, new opportunities, new ways to fill the gaps left by today's failing companies. Our series will be looking at that and a lot more. So come with me and watch as the entrepreneurs of our nation move into the future.
And I'm Doug Llewellyn here in our studios in Los Angeles with our guest today, who is the founder and the CEO of a company called Falafel Software, which is headquartered in Capitola, California, up near Santa Cruz in the Silicon Valley. It's a real pleasure to welcome our guest, Lino Tadros, who is very, very, very well known in the computer software industry. Fact is, he's one of the most highly regarded experts in the world in this field. He has spoken to groups in this industry in 46 different countries around the world. So, and it's a real pleasure to have him here. A great story. Lino, welcome. Nice to have you here.
It's a pleasure to be here and an honor to be here. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Listen, before I begin getting in depth with you, a little while ago you had a chance to answer some questions from William Shatner. Let's pause and take a look at a portion of that now and see how it went. All right? Okay, let's watch this.
I understand you've been helping companies to advance their business through consulting services. Tell me how you do this, and do you feel it's moving America forward?
Mr. Shatner, I've been developing software for over 25 years, some of which are the most critical technologies of our time. I began Falafel Software as a consulting firm because I knew I could use my vast experience in the software industry to help companies across the nation and worldwide create new products and adapt to new technologies. Falafel Software has grown over the years and now is involved with some of the most innovative products of our time, which is changing the environment we live in. And that, Mr. Shatner, is how we're helping to move America forward.
You know, that's very interesting hearing what you say. I know that you told me you started programming at the age of 12, which, you know, I mean, most people, it's just phenomenal what you do. You grew up in Egypt. Some of your education was in Egypt. At the age of 19, you came to the United States, to Silicon Valley specifically. He arrived in Silicon Valley with $200 in his pocket. And look where he is today. What happened when you arrived here with just the $200? You said you bought a car for $100.
I bought a car for $100, yes, and
lived in it for a while.
Sometimes, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, it was fun. We enjoyed it. I went to school full time, and
right.
I had 3 jobs at the same time to be able to afford it. And the rest was history. We just worked hard, and I was very blessed.
How old is Falafel Software, the company itself?
It's in 13th year right now.
13th year. I want to point out that he has been awarded the Microsoft Most Valuable Professional, or the MVP status, for at least, how many years in a row has it been now?
13 years in a row.
13 years in a row. That's explanation enough about how valuable and how knowledgeable you are in this field. Let's talk about Falafel Software. Really, what kind of software do you produce? And who do you do this for?
Mainly we're a consulting and a training company. We try to work for major corporations, medium-sized or even small-sized companies.
Well, I mean, you work for Fortune 500 giants.
Yes.
We know some of the Chevron, for example. You've done stuff for Chevron.
Sure.
You're closely allied with Microsoft, done a lot with Microsoft. Why would they come to you?
The idea is that it's hard in the beginning when you're trying to publish yourself and make sure that your name is known. But after you do a pretty good job, it actually gets easier after that, believe it or not.
Right.
It's amazing that we have an incredible team. Falafel have been blessed with some of the best engineers and architects in the industry. So when we do a great job for a corporation, they try not to actually change something that works. They'd like to keep us. And other companies know about us, and has been going like this for, like I said, 13 years. And the company has been very, very successful.
And do you work for companies around the world, or are they primarily in Silicon Valley?
We have 10 different locations in the United States. So we do jobs anywhere from the East Coast to the West Coast. We do a lot of work in Europe, in Australia, the Middle East, and the Far East as well.
My goodness. You ever dream your company would grow like this?
Not a chance.
I mean, you must pinch yourself at night to say this is...
Like I said, we feel like very, very blessed. When you have the best team in the world working with you, it definitely it becomes a blessing.
And when you have a challenge that comes to your, do you have a huge team that works on this? Or, I mean, do you have people all around the country? I mean, they all get involved? How does it work?
Yes, we try to involve the team. It's a small team, but it's very efficient. And we have, like I said, some of the best architects in the industry. And we get together a lot, so that's the good thing. And also, of course, with today's technology, we can meet every day, we can see each other, so we don't have to be in the same office. So the headquarters is in the Silicon Valley, but we have offices all over the place, and we can actually meet and see each other and have fun. The fun thing is that our company works hard and also parties hard.
I want to give a slight demonstration of the kind of things you do and the way your technology helps. You have an iPad here on the desk. Do me a favor, just turn it just a little bit, because I want to. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I want to get our camera to show. And this is your home in Hawaii.
Yeah,
right?
this is.
We're looking at a live picture. We got to get a shot. There's a live picture of your house in Hawaii right now. Show me what you can do.
Actually, this is just about the future of something called IoT, Internet of Things.
Right.
And having devices like, for instance, the Nest for thermostat to be able to turn it on and off from anywhere, cameras, the door locks for your house,
right.
The doorbell for your house. That's the future, some things that we are working on currently. And to be able to show you something like this, for instance, I'm going to use my phone right now to open up the Philips Hue, and I can actually turn on the lights.
Let's watch now, because you're going to see
I'll
the
turn
lights
on
go
the lights
on
in
here.
my house in Hawaii right now. I'll push on a button in here. And I can use from different themes and so on. There you go. I just turned on the lights in there. I can turn on the air condition. I can look at the camera downstairs or upstairs.
Yeah.
And I can actually, if Federal Express, for instance, or UPS rings the doorbell,
yeah.
I can actually get notification, and I can actually turn on the video, and I can see who it is. And once I can make sure that it is who it is, I can actually open the door with one click from my phone 3,000 miles away, and they can actually leave the package, and I can close the door.
Well, that's fast. What do they call this? This is what, Internet?
Internet of Things.
Internet of Things.
Yes, there's a lot of companies into it. Microsoft is one of them. So
right.
we are building a lot of things in the future as well, hopefully, and we're going to be manufacturing devices as well at Falafel Software to be part of this evolution coming in the next couple of years. So we're very excited about this.
So Falafel Software itself it's a lot of different things. I mean, that's the name of the company, but is that also the name of your product?
No. The products will be named later. Right
they
now
all have different names?
Yeah, we'll have different names. It's right now, consulting is the main thing. We do a lot of training. We have products for conferences on mobile devices for iOS and Android and the Windows Phone as well. But in the future, we wanted to actually invest some more into this IoT. We feel like in the next couple of years, this is going to be huge.
Right.
And we would like to bring all that stuff together to help companies that want to build things for the internet, for having smart homes, smart businesses, and for things to talk to each other. We would like definitely to be the company that hopefully will lead in that world going forward.
You know, I know something very interesting about your company. You've pointed out that in Silicon Valley, people hop around a lot. They're always jumping from one company to another,
yes.
You know, to try and make more bucks. But your staff has been very consistent, and over 70% of the people are still there. The 13 years they've been with you, right? For the
This
most
is
part.
one of the things that I am most proud about, Doug, is that 70% of the company has been with me for 7 years or more.
Yeah.
And in our industry, that's a little bit of unheard of. So I have people that have been there the whole 13 years, some people 10, 11 years, 7 or 8 years, but 70% of the company has been there for over 7 years.
And so what do you look for in the people you bring on board?
Personality, first of all.
Right.
Definitely they need to know their stuff, which is very important. Architect level, we don't really start from junior level because we don't want to compete with other companies. We have to have top-notch people, but personality, be able to work together very well. Their personality has to match. That's why it's very difficult to hire at Falafel, because the interview process is pretty tough, but we ended up getting some wonderful, wonderful people over the years, and it's a family for me.
And they stay. I want to get into your working with larger companies, but this is a really neat point to bring out right now, that you do really great things for your staff. You take them on big trips. You all take vacations together.
That is correct. For the last 13 years, every year, we stop work for a week in the year, and we take the whole company and all their families, and we try to go. We went 4 times to Hawaii, 1 time to Bora Bora. Last year we went on a Disney cruise to Bahamas. This year we're going to Disneyland because there are a lot of kids that were born while the employees are working actually for the company. So we're very proud of that, and the team looks forward to it, and I definitely look forward to it too.
Well, no kidding. Who wouldn't look forward to that? They'll go visit your house down in Hawaii. Talk to me about working with some of these big giant firms like you do. Like I mentioned Chevron. I know that's one. What's it like? What's your relationship with them like, and what happens when they bring you on board to do something?
Excellent. I mean, usually the C-level people in the company wants to talk to an expert,
Right.
because they want to make the right decisions. Nobody wants to spend a lot of money on something and then in the next maybe a year or two becomes obsolete.
Right.
So they want to talk to somebody. I mean, one of the things that Falafel is very well known for is that we are very close to the major corporation for technology. So we know what's coming up in the next 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. So we can actually tell a CEO or a CTO of a company, you don't want to do that right now. This is going to be free in the next 6 months. Or you don't want to implement it this way. This is going to be obsolete. So they count on that. So we can do the architecture, and we can also do the implementation of the entire system for them. And we have built over the years a trust that a lot of companies now know. You hire Falafel software, and it will get done well from the first time, on time and on budget.
And they also know that, you know, their proprietary secrets are safe with you, right?
Absolutely.
That's key.
I mean, that's part. I mean, otherwise, you lose the reputation of the company. You're pretty much done in our industry.
Certainly. Now, one other. Also, what about the government? You work with the government, right?
We do. We have a lot of employees in the company that have level 5 clearance from the FBI.
Right.
Some of them used to work for actually nuclear facilities and so on, so they had to have that.
Right.
So sometimes these U.S. Navy, U.S. Air Force, and others would like to have somebody with clearance, and it's very difficult to find somebody. There's a C# programmer or so on that actually have that kind of clearance. For us, it's very easy. That's why we get a lot of the different jobs that our team will be ready to get.
Because they're ready for it. It takes a long time to get that.
It takes at least
clearance,
6
right?
to 12 months sometimes to get a clearance, so they don't want to wait that long. So.
I'm also wondering about this technology that we just showed of you turning on the lights of your home in Hawaii. How available is that today?
It's available. All that stuff is available right now. This is not something that Falafel wrote. This is available right now. We're just going to build on top of that. We're trying to think about things about putting in the swimming pools and aquariums for fish aquariums for homes.
You mentioned a swimming pool. How you could get an alarm sent to you if somebody fell into your pool in Hawaii. And you're here.
Yes.
Something like that.
You can turn on one of the cameras. So the fun thing is to have all these different technologies now that there is this IoT initiative talking to each other. So a kid falls into the swimming pool, I get a notification, it turns on a camera, I can see what's going on. All of them will be working together because now the standards are there to be able to get all these devices working together.
You make it sound like the world of tomorrow is going to be absolutely amazing, and it's right around the corner.
You never get bored in our industry. So I've been here for 25 years. And every year has been just amazing. And I believe in the next 25 years, things are going to be more amazing. So in the next few years, we're going to see a lot of things. One of the things that we are very excited about is what Microsoft is working on. It's called the HoloLens. That's going to be amazing to be able to see holographic. The stuff that Mr. Shatner was showing actually in his movies
Star Trek,
with science fiction, it's no longer science fiction. It's going to be actually real to be able to implement these things, and I'm glad we're part of that.
It's just an amazing story that you tell. It's been a delight having you as a guest. Thank you so much for coming to talk to us.
Thank you so much for having me. It was really a pleasure. Thank you.
You are welcome.
This organization represents companies across our great nation that embody the spirit, dedication, know-how, and can-do attitude, which has made America the great nation that it is today. And now let's present the Keeping America Strong Award.
Now it's my honor to present this prestigious award to Lino Tadros, the chairman and CEO of Falafel Software of Capitola, California, for the outstanding work his firm are doing to help keep moving America forward. Lino, it's a pleasure to give this to you.
It's a pleasure and an honor. Thank you so much. On behalf of the entire team, we are definitely, all of us are honored, and we want to thank every single member of the Falafel team, all our customers and vendors for being with us all these years, and thank you very, very much, Doug.
I'm William Shatner, and for all of us at Moving America Forward, thanks for watching.